What did Evel Knievel bring to the potluck dinner? Daredeviled eggs. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy Thursday. Here we are. I was trying not to look too closely at this, but I can't help it. And also, this is literally an exact level from Dr. Evel Knievel. It's the same game. It's the same game. Why am I playing this? Why am I wasting our time? I saw some artifacts pop up on the screen, by the way, and I got really hopeful it was about to crash. Oh, but welcome to Evel Knievel. Welcome to the stream. Dead Zergling is first in chat, followed very closely by Game and Fit and Lucent Jelly. Welcome in, and welcome in. Game and Fit says, I need some positive energy today. I'm afraid you might be in the wrong stream, Game and Fit. I'm going to be a font of negativity tonight. I do wish you the best. I hope, whatever's got you in need of the positive energy, I hope your situation is able to improve and will do so quickly. Good Evel Knievel joke. You're slipping, Frownie. That one was almost good. I'm not 100% sure I haven't already told that joke. But I'm not going through all my videos to see. Alright, so we've got a practice mode, start new game. It has a password feature. That's good. I don't have to rely on a dubious save. Let's look at our options. Oh, interesting. So, you can give yourself extra lives, and then it takes away your password ability. Wow. Five bikes. Doesn't seem to be a difficulty selector. Maybe when I start new game. We get to pick one of 4 worlds? We can do them in any order? That's interesting. We can do these stages in any order? What do we need a password for? We can change all the settings of our bike? I just put everything on very good, right? Or what's the option? The other option? To make it all slow and weak? That's the way to play, right? I don't know. I don't know why we have these options. This seems very odd. Yeah, if I back out... I'm hoping it'll just reset itself. I'm just going to leave whatever the default is. Do we get worse bikes as we go? No, this is normal, average, standard. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't want to start playing the wrong level. I don't understand this game. I I've got every one of my 4 total consoles all jumbled up in one mini fridge. I call it the Tower of Power, Game & Fit says. Very nice. That's some NBA 98 customization right there. You could make a basketball player and just maximize all of his stats with no penalties. Huh. Yeah, I mean... Oh. Well, I'm off to a good start. You have 5 bikes, your health is 72%. You have 5 bikes, your health is 8%. Bike destroyed, you have 4 bikes. This is so weird. This controls quite differently from Dr. Evel Knievel. This game, the game runs much faster, I think, is what I'm having an interesting time adjusting to. Hey, I got some health back. I don't think I have to... Do I have to collect this star? Is that mandatory? Hey, Chozo, welcome in. Thank you for the 20 stream streak. That's a lot of streams. Very much appreciated. No, stop dying. I don't have to recollect the star. Classic Frownie jank. It's gonna be a long night. So, I think this actually does control better than Dr. Evel Knievel. A little bit. But I don't know how much of that is due to... Like, there's a lot of factors. Dr. Evel Knievel just ran more poorly in general, or because I was playing on hard difficulty in that game. I don't know, you couldn't individually tune the specs of your bike like you can in this one. I think the goal is still the same. I think my goal is to collect a star and deliver it to a particular location. Worst casino ever, Joseph says. I've never actually been in a casino. Game over. Well, from the top. Let me see how differently it plays if I make everything poor. Just out of curiosity. I wonder if it's going to feel more like Dr. Evel Knievel now. I can't stop banging my head and instantly dying. This is the worst. Is the music slower? Well, thank you, Nintendo, for that seal of approval. Alright, yeah, that's unbearable. I don't even think it's possible with those settings. It's not possible with the normal settings either, though. No, why? Ooh. There's another star. I'm unsure. I'm unsure about the necessity of collecting the stars. No, don't tip over. Yeah, this is much more manageable. This is much more manageable than Evel Knievel. Or Dr. Evel Knievel. I know I'm not doing great at it, but like those parts there where those parts there where I was like falling from platform to platform, that felt way better in this game. Fresh game time? I mean, we've only been playing this like, what, 10 minutes? Haven't even beat a level yet. I read your comments out of order, as usual. I'm a big dumb. 5.5 hours of Demon Souls grinding. Just to find out I've been placing the stat points in the wrong areas. I bought a copy of Demon Souls. I don't know anything about it. I'm not gonna... It's gonna be a long time before I play it. I thought you were playing Dark Souls. You were talking about looking for the, you were talking about looking for the Black Knight Halberd. Is that over already? Hello, Omega. Welcome in. Also, good night. I'm gonna lurk and sleep. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that. I do really appreciate it. I'll try and keep things chill for you. I hope you sleep well and have a fantastic tomorrow. Hey, Baron Metz, welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Well, I'm playing Evel Knievel, so my night is already, you know, less than ideal. This is better than Dr. Evel Knievel. I can already tell this is a lot better than Dr. Evel Knievel. No need to be chill. Well, we're always chill. We're always chill. That was kind of my joke. Was I always try to be fairly chill. I'm playing them all in mixed order. Demon Souls, the very first Souls game I beat, and I had help. Now, the thing is, this whole, like, 5 bikes, 10 bikes, password disabled kind of thing that's going on. I don't know how many of these levels I'm going to have to beat in one attempt, you see? If I have to successfully do all 20 levels on just 5 bikes, then this playthrough is over. There's no way I'm gonna grind out a perfect run like that. But surely it wouldn't do that to me. Trying a bunch of the GameCube library, Met says. With the Retro Achievements Forum. Kind of feeling like the original launch of a console somehow. Hopefully you're having a lot of fun with that. I see a lot of people. The Retro Achievements seems to have a lot of people playing GameCube. Which, I like the GameCube, though. My feelings on it are not as one-dimensional as a lot of people seem to be. There seems to be a lot of blanket praise for the GameCube, and I find it to be worthy of quite a bit of criticism as well. At least the parts of it that I'm familiar with. The GameCube is kind of sad because it's an era of somewhat wasted potential. With Nintendo just rushing out unfinished games. So the stage isn't over. There's something else I have to do. And I don't know what that is. There's no going back from this part of the map, though. Yeah. Nintendo had to keep up with the absolute titan that was the PlayStation 2. That said, they should have taken their time. Yeah. I really... Oh no, I hit... That was a checkpoint? Why am I dead? Why am I dead? What happened? Oh, can I can go onto this platform. I didn't realize that was a platform. I thought that was a light in the background. Never mind. I've also missed out on a lot of the, like, on some of the really great GameCube games. Like, I haven't played any of the Metroid Prime games yet. And there's a lot of other titles people talk about. I don't know, like Eternal Darkness and stuff that I'm only getting too late. Pikmin is amazing. Pikmin is an amazing game. I didn't have that back in the day. I'm a latecomer to Pikmin. The Wind Waker is pretty good, though that's one of the games that, like, I'm sad that it's pretty obviously unfinished. Mario Sunshine was almost good, but Mario Sunshine is kind of horrifically unfinished in several places. I never played the Star Fox game. I don't know, there's just a lot of stuff I haven't played on it. But there's a lot of stuff I love on it, too. I had tons of fun with Melee. I really love the Resident Evil remake. I poured hours and hours and hours into that. I liked Twilight Princess when I eventually played it, though to be fair, I didn't play it on the GameCube, I played it on the Wii U. But I'm not really sure how different my experience would have been. Metroid Prime's pretty fun game, and Fit says. My 2 cents, every console is going to have some hits and misses. In retrospect, where the GameCube failed was getting enough third-party support. Yeah, but see, that's the thing, like, I don't even really care about. I just wish that Mario Sunshine and the Wind Waker had been completed games. I wish that those 2 games weren't released in incomplete states. That's the big thing that bugs me about the GameCube. It's probably really just down to those 2 games. The Wind Waker's a bit less damaged than Sunshine, but both of them, I really wish they had finished those before putting them out. Could say the average quality for the GameCube was higher than the PlayStation 2, and certainly more so than the Xbox. I'm not very familiar with the Xbox library at all. Or really the PlayStation 2. Playing Pikmin, Battalion Wars, Phantasy Star Online, Luigi's Mansion, they're all pretty fun. Phantasy Star Online's a bit clunky and grindy. Yeah, I mean, I loved Luigi's Mansion too, but the game is really, really short. There's just not, I wish, you know, it'd be nice if there was some more content to it. But, you know, what there is really good. A little samey, kind of a little repetitive after a while, but all in all, pretty good. We cleared a stage. What does this mean? Will I get a password? Will the password be meaningful? I did get a password. Seven F79 W2F59. Okay, I'm left-handed, right? And I've got my light source over on my left-hand side. So when I write, my hand casts a shadow on the paper and I can't see what I'm writing. Yeah, I really like the idea of the retro achievements. I'm all for retro achievements. Did I say hello to you next? Welcome in, by the way. Just got home from work, but the work doesn't stop. Got a 512 gigabyte SD card. Time to load my MP4 player full of stuff. Oh, nice, nice. Someday I might get into retro achievements. I really love the idea. I just don't have the hardware for it currently. Hang on, this is different. There are no rings in Dr. Evel Knievel. This is immediately different. That was some fuel. Oh no! No! It automatically inputs our password. So we can... It does expect you to do everything with just 5 bikes. But you can... You can just drop your password in over and over again. Which makes for probably the slowest way to play this ever. Oh, oops. That was an accident. Well... Let me see if I can redo the first stage faster now that I know what it's all about. bogus. Why did this game have to have a limited number of bikes? It's the same problem with Dr. Evel Knievel. If it was just, if the game just had infinite lives and the only penalty, like if they removed the checkpoints, so you have to do every level in one complete go, but then gave you infinite lives and just took out this like health and bike system, you could play this and have fun. Why did I die? What did I do wrong? I was right side up. I was solidly on the platform. All those same old problems. All those same old problems coming back for me. You hurt the bike's feelings, Met says, clearly. I mean, it drew first blood. Why did we want to do this? Why did we want to do this? Hey, Games on VHS, welcome in. Never seen this game before? You're so very lucky. This is Evel Knievel on a Game Boy Color. It's quite horrible. I played this Austin Powers game 6 months ago called Dr. Evel Knievel, and it's a reskin of this game. It was released by Rockstar. Also on the Game Boy Color. Same game. They just changed the graphics. And I played through it. I played all the way through it. It was a 15-level game. And it took me 38 hours to get through the whole game. And because I knew that it was a re-release of this game, I said in a few months I'll play the other one. And now it's been a few months and we're playing this one. And I really don't know why. This level here is identical to Dr. Evel Knievel has this exact level in that game. The layout, I mean, it looks, you know, the graphics are a little different. It's actually casino themed though, so it's not even that different. The Dr. Evel Knievel version was, I think, more red and blue. It definitely didn't have all this purple and gold going on. I would have remembered that. But the layout was exactly the same. I remember the layout because I was stuck on some of these levels for like 7 or 8 hours at a time. So some of the layouts are super familiar to me. But it's janky. The physics are bad, and I mean they're bad on purpose, but that still doesn't mean they're not bad. The physics are bad, and the health system makes no sense. You die for no reason all the time. It's really just a gross, rude game. This version has 20 levels, it looks like, so it's going to be an even longer playthrough in some ways. This game does control better than the other one. H G K X X D T L C B. No game is bad, just misunderstood. Welcome in, Spewer. Strongly disagree with that. Lots of games are bad. Is it the game's fault that they're bad? No. It's the lazy, inept, and evil developers that make them bad. Oh, please. No license by Nintendo game is bad. What is the worst Nintendo game? It's like Trials HD before it existed. I was a huge fan of the Trials games. Yeah, people mention those to me a lot when I was playing the other version of this. I don't know anything about it, though. They'd talk about Trials and Happy Wheels all the time, but I don't know anything about either game except that they apparently exist. What? Why? Hey, cows, welcome in. Welcome to the return of the worst thing ever. This is a slightly better version of the game. This one is slightly less bad than Dr. Evel Knievel, but there's more levels, so it's gonna go on for longer. Probably. Oh. Trials is like this as if you made it a good game with good physics. That's very hard to imagine. It's very hard to imagine such a thing. How in the world? How in the world do you get through this? When we get to October, are we getting more or less streams? Well, I don't expect there will be more. I can't really tell you, Spear. I don't know what October is going to look like. My life's going to be very different, so we're really just going to have to wait and see what happens. I like how there's a meter. I read that as meteor. I like how there's a meter that goes down when you crash instead of an actual crash animation. Just like real life. How long does this stage go on for? No, don't get stuck. Oh, I got so lucky there. I died. Where's the checkpoint? Why is that a death? You see, that's why this game is bogus. Stuff like that happens all the time. Stuff like that happens all the time. Slightly less bad. Glowing praise to be sure, Cow says. I'll plan to give you some bits to celebrate in October, Seaver says. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. But yeah, I don't know how the baby is gonna change stuff. I don't know if I'm gonna have to, like, how much I'm gonna have to change the frequency of the stream or the time of the stream, or all manner of things could happen. Oh, congrats. Thank you, VHS. You'll probably not be sleeping very much for a long time. Yeah, and see, that's why... And my instinct is to say that regular all-night streams are gonna be more difficult after October. But on the other hand, if I'm gonna be up all night anyway, maybe not so much. Oh, while we're thinking about stream times, though, no late night stream tomorrow night. We'll do an early stream tomorrow. Probably starting up around 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And we'll go until about 8 or 9 at night. So it'll be an afternoon / evening stream tomorrow. Not sure what we're gonna play. It won't be this. We might do more Gravity Circuit, or I might just pull out something random. Just something that looks like I can complete it in an afternoon. I'm usually wrong about things that I pick out randomly like that. But we'll see. I'd like to do more of those. I'd like to do more of the challenges in Gravity Circuit. That game's a lot of fun. On the one hand, I'd like to do more of the challenges, but on the other hand, I don't think I'm gonna 100% it. And so that takes the wind out of my sails a bit for some of the challenges. Because I think you have to do I think you have to do a lot of individual playthroughs to complete all the challenges in that game. And as much fun as it is, I'm not. I don't exactly want to run multiple playthroughs of it back to back. This game is just the right amount of jank. I know you hate it, but I love it, VHS says. No, will you still love it? Will you still love it 12 hours from now when I'm on the same level? Pick a random. Yeah, I wouldn't count on a 24-hour marathon ever happening on this stream. I don't think I've never even passed 12 hours. Oh yeah, sorry, I missed your question there, VHS. Yeah, that's what's happening in October. That's when the baby is due. I didn't see that question. I'm sorry. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to. I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I don't really. I wouldn't want to change my schedule entirely. But in order to keep a similar frequency, we might have to do like more like we might have to have more of a mix of earlier and later streams. Like, nighttime stream one day, afternoon stream the next, a day off, then, like, repeat. Maybe for, like, 4 days a week. Baby bits. I think I'll try this in the present now so I don't forget. That's, you know, very much appreciated, but completely up to you, Spewer. I'm not playing this game in a very honorable way. You see, I'm doing that. Well, we talked about this the other night about using passwords to circumvent limited lives. We talked about this just 2 nights ago, and I talked about how I don't like to do that. I think with a game like this, my hand is kind of forced. I cannot imagine doing this whole thing without inputting a password. Unless like my third eye opens and I like start seeing through the code of the game like Neo in the Matrix. And playing through every stage like perfectly. I really don't think there's any way for me to get through this without passwords. I'd like to do that. I'd like to be that guy. I don't know if I can suffer. I don't know if I can suffer as much as that guy has to suffer to become that guy. That's a lot of suffering. We'll see. We'll see. I'll go through it with the passwords, and when I get to the end, we'll see how I feel about. We'll see how I feel about restarting it with a no password rule. Spoiler alert: I'm not gonna feel good about it. You can get extra lives though. That helmet is an extra life, so in a world where extra lives are an option. Maybe no passwords doesn't look as bad? What? What is this ending? No! Hey, Lord Malachite, welcome in. I'm sorry about sorry to hear the news about the postponed surgery. I hope you're able to get that worked out and rescheduled. Grateful to have you with us tonight, though. This game feels soul numbing. Absolutely. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough with this one. Doe, welcome in. Great to have you here. The Valium had no effect on me. A complete freak out in the OR. Tried to start 3 times. We had to abort. Things like that, where, like right there, I died for no reason. I was on the ground in a normal position. I didn't crash into any walls. I didn't bang my head on anything. There was no reason. There was no reason my character should have died. Like, that's what makes the no password run feel undoable. Hey, thank you, Spewer. Thank you, Spewer, very much. 10,000 bits. That is a lot more than I was expecting. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. Congrats on the little special agent Frownie. Thank you very much. That is amazing. Very generous of you, Spewer. Very much appreciated. We'll put it towards something very nice. We'll put it towards something very nice for the baby. Not sure what, but there's tons of stuff we need, so. Thank you very, very much for that. My goodness. My goodness. Holy cow, indeed. So quick history lesson. Look, this is Rockstar. I didn't even notice that. I knew Tarantula was Rockstar, but I didn't actually notice that this still had the Rockstar thing in it. Noise canceling headphones. The headphones that I use are actually a very nice pair of quite expensive Sony headphones that were gifted to me by one of my mods. Very generously a couple years ago. I had a pair of Philips headphones that are actually really nice. That are what I wore when I started the stream, because I like over-the-ear headphones. I can't stand the ones that go in my ear. I actually used to use those a lot. I think they damaged my hearing using those. I don't like them. I don't like them anymore. I like the ones that go completely around over the ear. But I had a pair of nice ones that I got at a thrift shop that were Philips brand. And they developed some sort of like chirping that would happen with them. And so I would replace them. I found another pair of headphones at the thrift store. I've still got them somewhere. But they're these giant beige ones from like the 1970s. They're huge beige brick headphones. They're gigantic and they weigh like, I don't know, 20 pounds. But I thought they were amazingly retro. I thought they were so cool because they're a pair of retro headphones for a retro stream. Why not? And when I showed them off on the stream for the first time, one of my mods, Sparrow, had an absolute meltdown and refused to let me wear them. And he was so adamant that I not wear them that before I could stop him, he bought me these. So it was a very nice gift. And I think it's a good one, a good thing in the long run too, because as much as I wanted to wear those retro headphones, they are so heavy that I think I probably would have developed a neck injury if I wore those for 5 to 7 hours every night. No, Rockstar, why would you put your name on this? So let me, very quickly... Let me just, show everyone what I'm talking about real quick. Because if you weren't here for this playthrough... If it's still here. Are the Austin Powers games still here? They are. Which one was it? Welcome to my underground lair. So in January, I played this game. I never thought I'd boot this up again. Hey, Malira, welcome in. This is Austin Powers' Welcome to My Underground Lair. And it's kind of a collection of mini-games. Inside it is this game. How do I... Dr. Evel Knievel. And this game is Evel Knievel. It's the same game. It's the same game. And I played all the way through this. It took 38 hours. There are 15 levels. It took 38 hours. Some of them I beat in just an hour or so, but some of them took me like 7 or 8 hours to clear, just a single level. I played this in January, and I found out that this is not an original game. And that's why we're playing the other one now. That's why we're playing Evel Knievel tonight. Because I finished that, and it was one of the most horrible experiences of my life. And so, of course, I have to relive it with the original game. So that's, just to show everyone. And if you're really bored or desperate for some background noise, that entire playthrough is archived on YouTube. I don't recommend sitting through it. I don't recommend it. But it is there if you really want to see that game in its entirety. I did, Quillshot. Welcome in. Good to see you. I did beat that one. I finished it. It took 38 hours. But we did we made it all the way to the end of that one. You have to see who is at fault for Dr. Evil. The Dr. Evil devs or the Evel Knievel devs. It's that, in the case of those two groups, cows, it's like that meme of the two Spider-Mans pointing at each other. I don't think you have to force yourself to replay this game again with just a different sprite, but if you want to, I'll try to... I'll try to watch. So the thing is, this is not just the game with a different sprite. There are at least some different levels. This game has more levels. Dr. Evel Knievel only had 15, and this has at least 20. And while this level is the same, this level is in Dr. Evel Knievel in its entirety, this exact layout. I remember it. I've spent a lot of time on this level. The other one that we were just playing is not in Dr. Evel Knievel. Oh, come on. We were doing well. Bot picked a bad time. I was just typing in chat. My arrow was already in position to click the ban button. I cut a highlight video from our playthrough of Lizzie McGuire 3 on the Game Boy Advance. And it's got a segment I condensed that quest where I was playing Lizzie 3 for hours trying to unlock one minigame. I condensed that quest down to 10 minutes in the highlight video, and I showed it to Jelly earlier because she hadn't seen that playthrough. And I showed her that 10 minutes, and she was like, "This is unbelievably frustrating." And I said, "Yeah, you only watched it for 10 minutes. I lived it for 10 hours." She couldn't believe it. She couldn't believe it. She was just shaking her head the whole time she watched. It's nice. It's nice when the people you love are proud of you. Yeah, at least it was unlockable. Unlike that other game, unlike Lizzie 1, which ruined my life and my reputation. by forcing me to put in a cheat code. ATJ question mark KV8D6P. Where did this ink pen come from? What? I have 2 purple ink pens? What is happening? I scratched out the old password and I wrote the new one. And then I noticed the ink was a different color. Or a different shade of purple. I didn't understand how that happened. It turns out I've got two purple pens. Oh, by the way, that noise that I heard last night, if you were here when I was hearing noises, guess what? The noise I heard was the mouse. The noise I heard was the mouse. The mouse found the traps that I put out, and it ate all the bait and left the traps unsprung. I got outsmarted by the mouse. I'm not so much the mouse's executioner as I am the mouse's room service attendant. I'm just sitting here delivering free meals. Yeah. How long? How many more days? How many more days do you predict before my life just becomes the film Mouse Hunt? Because I'm frighteningly on my way there. Hey Tommy, welcome in. So this game is a little better than the Austin Powers one, like control-wise. I can't really figure out why. I don't know if it's just the game runs a little better in general, or if it's because of like the way the difficulty was set up in the other game. Because in Dr. Evel Knievel, I played that game on hard difficulty. And this game doesn't have a difficulty selector. It does have this very strange option to customize individual aspects of your bike. And I guess if you really wanted, you could just turn everything down all the way to very poor and then like try to play and call that hard mode. But I actually think that some aspects of this game are probably physically impossible if you do that. Because I did sample it with all the things turned down on the first stage, and it seems like completing loops is kind of out of the question with these settings. So I'm just gonna stick to normal the whole way through, I think. I might be wrong, because I didn't experiment with it for a long time, but my immediate impression was that if you do sabotage your bike 100% like that some of the loops I think are going to be just impossible. And like not frustrating, but actually impossible. Yeah, well, you know, there are different options. You know, we could set out different traps. We could get poisoned if we wanted to go that route. But I don't know. I baited the traps a little differently. I baited them with cheese and peanut butter the first time, and I used the same cheese and peanut butter again, but I took a length of string and wound it around the trigger and through the peanut butter, so hopefully the mouse will catch on the string and pull the trigger. Should have put this on a console, not a handheld, Chozo says. I mean, they should have just not made it, is what they should have done. They should have looked at what they were creating and realized it was a thing that didn't need to exist. I'm thinking, if the mouse outsmarts me again, I can invest in some alternate sort of solutions. I may actually end up just bringing one of our cats down here to the basement and letting him do his thing too. I don't like for them to wander around down here generally because it's not super safe. But, maybe if I bring him down here and I stay with him and supervise, maybe we just spend an afternoon with him on the hunt. I think he might actually like that. Be careful. It could be dangerous for the cat if it's a large rat. I don't think that's probably the case, though I haven't seen it, so I can't say for sure. I will consider that, though. Like, I will be on the lookout. Depends on the cat, of course. There's some big boy ratties out there that don't fight fair. Well, I think there's only one of our cats that I think would be up to the job. Khaki is a I think Khaki has the right level of aggression and enthusiasm for hunting things. The other two, I wouldn't really trust to take care of it. I hope these worlds don't increase in difficulty. I hope the difficulty curve of this game is fairly flat. Dr. Evel Knievel actually got easier as the game went. All the worst levels in that were in the first two worlds. And the last world was comparatively much easier. So I think there's a good chance that the difficulty curve of this is fairly flat. Well, it's probably going to have absurd spikes here and there, but I don't think I want to hope that I'm not going to have to fear any one particular world over the others. I don't know. This level seems like it should be pretty easy because this is a very like, it's the levels with a lot of loops in them that are usually impossible, and this level is, you know, fairly horizontal. Sure, you okay with the password system? It disappoints Tim Allen. Well, I said Zergling, I said maybe we'll go through with the passwords, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to try without them. Why don't we go through on our first playthrough and just get familiar with all the levels? Also, Tim Allen has a much better video game than Evel Knievel. The fact that you're planning multiple playthroughs terrifies me a little, Cow says. Well, take comfort, Cows, in the fact that I'm also planning an elaborate excuse to escape multiple playthroughs. Hey, Derek, welcome in. Welcome to Evel Knievel. What are these bounces? Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, this game works. So we're stuck with it. I was hoping when I turned it on, when I was waiting, when I turned it on and I was the stream was starting up, I was hoping for a crash. Hoping I could say, oh, what a shame that this game doesn't work either. I have to move on to something else. My wish didn't come true. Maybe the mouse will chew through the cartridge later. That's because I used all my wishes up on double jumping the other night, Cal says. Spectacular callback, Cows. Well done. Got some good news and bad news, Derek says. Nothing serious, just some updates. Alright. Hopefully the good news outweighs the bad news. I am curious to know what's going on, if you want to share. How could this have happened? Storing my Evel Knievel game cartridge in an open paper bag of pistachios was such a bad idea. How could I have known? Oh, what? Why'd it go back? Oh, I hit up twice. Oh, you can't replay levels. I can't go back up to level 1. That's interesting. So, what happens when I... What happens when I choose quit? That just comes back here. Okay. It's good to know. The good news is they finally put out the Beetlejuice animated series on digital, and I started watching it from season 1. Alright. Hopefully that's, Hopefully the bad news isn't that the show is terrible. The good news, they put it out. The bad news, it's unwatchable. That was a great series, Malachite says, so that's probably not the bad news. I never watched that one. I remember commercials for it, but I don't think I ever saw any episodes of it. Bad news is the Halo TV series got canceled. A lot of people didn't like it, but I did. Hoping that another streaming service picks it up. Yeah, I can't. Sorry, I can't say I have any investment. My connection to the Halo franchise is like it's like to say my connection to the Halo franchise is thin is like a tremendous overstatement. Beetlejuice show is pretty good. A lot of fun, Derek says. What is the practice mode? It's just a level in and of itself. There's a practice level. Oh, that spike's fun to deal with. No, no, no! No. Went on break at work today. On Facebook, on my phone. That was the first thing that popped up. I don't think I've updated my Facebook profile since... No, yeah, I don't think I've posted anything on Facebook or updated my profile since 2011. Oh. The layout to this practice level, is, the first level of Dr. Evel Knievel is similar to this, practice level, but it's not, I don't think it's identical. I think level 1 of Dr. Evel Knievel might be based off this level. Or there's another level in the game that's real similar to this. But it's not... I don't think it's identical, because I don't think there's a super sharp spike like this on the first stage. Oh my goodness. Joseph says, I use Facebook for family and for a Simpsons meme group. Yeah, so Jelly uses her Facebook. She still has a Facebook page that she uses. So, I don't know. If any family members, like, post anything, like, particularly noteworthy, then I'll get it secondhand through Jelly. So I'm pretty covered there. Keep it around because that's how my family does group chats, Cal says. I made this jump the first time I attempted it, and I can't seem to replicate that at all. The best video game TV show is Castlevania, Derek says. That's a weird way to spell the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. You're right, my bad. What was I thinking? It even had Legend of Zelda segments. You can't go wrong. It was two for one. Blasphemy against Captain N, the Game Master. I do love Simon Belmont from Captain N. I think he's fantastic. I love his like character design. That blue jacket he wears with like the military flap and the fur lining. It's exquisite. They gave him pilot goggles and those big boots. He's great. And his personality is basically Gilderoy Lockhart from Harry Potter. It's perfectly crafted. Bob Hoskins is the best Simon Belmont right now, Game and Fit says. That sentence exploded a part of my brain, Game and Fit. Felix the Cat? Yeah, but Felix the Cat was a cartoon before it was a video game. Right? That didn't start as a video game. I think we're specifically thinking about properties that begin as a video game, then become a cartoon. Yeah, I don't know anything about the Castlevania series. A lot of people say they like it. My sister seems to like it, but I don't know. I don't get super excited about adaptations of video games into inferior media. It's good, but very different from the games, Cow says. Yeah, that's a decidedly smaller category. Yeah, when you go from video game to film or series, but I mean it's the category's growing all the time. Part of crafting a good anything is understanding the medium. It's pretty rare for things to go from one to the other well. It was one of those things where I was like, huh, how weird that they're using the same names. I guess they were just popular in that old-timey period, much like I didn't put together that Howl's Moving Castle, the book and film, were supposed to be related until years later. I believe I actually saw that film, Howl's Moving Castle. I don't remember it very well. There's like a living scarecrow in that movie. Yes, there is. Yeah, I saw it a long time ago. My sister was really into it. Yeah, he was a cursed prince. Heard that's a great movie, Derek says. Think some video game shows and movies have been good. Oh, please. So one of the things is like I'm thinking about like the Castlevania series. Like, if I were to watch the Castlevania show, I don't know how well I would be able to distinguish how different it is from like the lore of the games, since the lore, like I love Castlevania, but the lore of the games is just really just so much noise to me. Like, I can't tell you, I can't tell you about what any of these characters' personality or history is supposed to be. Like you know, whatever. Like the protagonist is just a blank slate to me. Like Simon is just like the story of Castlevania is hero fights monsters, and there's really nothing else to it for me. And that's kind of it with every game. You know, what's the story of Dark Souls? Oh, hero fights monsters. What's the story of Contra? Hero fights monsters. It's... Video game stories are very uncomplicated in my head canon. Yeah, yeah, okay. Hero fights monsters. Heroes fights monsters with an egg on his head. Hero and his best friend, the egg that lives on his head, fight monsters together. You know, that's fine by me, because like clearly it's a story I'm willing to come back to again and again and again. I can't keep up with half of what the Metal Gear series rambles on about, Game and Fit says. Uh, it doesn't help when the games themselves provide alternate versions of their own stories. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, with Castlevania, like so many of the games are remakes of the first one. I'm a very like I'm a very intrinsically motivated, like gameplay focused gamer. All of my dials are turned in the same direction, and they're turned all the way. Where in the world? Where in the world is the exit to the practice stage? Does it even exist? Is this endless practice mode? Practice till you can't practice anymore? Is this game as bad as Austin Powers? I think this one is slightly better. It's very similar, but it controls a little better. And I think maybe it just runs a little better in general. Which is interesting, because this game came first. So, whatever they did to it to turn it into Austin Powers, like, made it worse. Don't mind a little dialogue to give the players some sense of direction. The Souls games really nailed just enough dialogue to pique your interest, but not lull you to sleep. Well, yeah, I like that all the story and lore of Dark Souls seems to be like buried away in optional text. But yeah, you know, there are a few people that stop to talk to me every now and then in Dark Souls, but it never got it never got too boring, and I never felt bogged down. Of course, a lot of like when people did talk to me in Dark Souls, a lot of what they said just kind of went in one ear and out the other. So Some people stop to talk to me in real life, and I'm like, ugh, where's the skip button? Hey, Board Jams, good afternoon. This is not the sequel. This is the game that Austin Powers started as. Austin Powers was a remake of this game. This version is slightly better, but only slightly. I'm having pretty much just the... having pretty much the same amount of trouble. Physical media has made a big comeback recently. Stores are selling DVDs and CD soundtracks again. I am a big fan of physical media. It's part of why I never know any movies or TV shows anyone's ever talking about. Because if it's not available on a DVD at my local thrift store, there's a much lower probability I'm gonna watch it. I don't watch a lot of TV and movies anyway, but the ones I do come out of the bin at my thrift store, so. Hey, Christian Cool, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. I think the flag has to be in that top left corner. I just have to figure out how to get up there. Eric says, what game would you want to see made into a movie or series? I'm excited for the Tetris movie, Cal says. Oh, that's a good choice. I was trying to think of something. No, that was, I was trying to think of something. Some bogus joke answer, but, nothing came to me. I'm much more excited about movies and television being made into games than the other direction. The other direction is almost exclusively uninteresting to me. But no, there isn't a flag up here either. Does the practice level just honestly not have an exit? I think the practice level doesn't have an exit. I think I've been on a wild goose chase. How'd this happen to me twice in the same week? There's one more area I'm gonna check. There's so many movies already based on Greek mythology, you could just slap the title God of War on any of them and call it a day. uh. Yeah, I've been over the whole map. The practice stage doesn't have an exit. It's here to just, there's no objective. It's just practice as long as you want. I've been searching for an exit that doesn't exist, but I've been through the whole map. There's nowhere else it could be. Like, I don't think this is a case of me missing something. I think it's a case of it not being there. Well, I'm glad I spent our time on that. You're welcome, everybody. It's almost as if the practice stage were for practice, Cal says. No, 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 it can't be. Where would you get a silly idea like that, Cows? I found it while licking the peanut butter off the mouse traps. What? Oh my goodness, and the award for most unhinged comment of the night. Oh. Oh. Let's have Bubsy 3D the movie. Oh, wait a minute. How'd I end up in the practice stage again? We need Bubsy 3D the movie. Just did, for no reason, all the time. Wonder if there's a retro achievement set for this game. And if there is, I wonder if there's an achievement for completing each area without a crash. Please, game, please. I hate comparing these two games, but when you watch me play this, my playthrough of Jump King makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? If I do decide that I have to commit to a no password run, I wonder if I got really good at this stage, if I could use this stage to farm extra lives, because there's that helmet on this stage. You know, it's a way deep into the level, but I'm also wondering if maybe there's another level with a more accessible helmet. So maybe there will be a way to farm lives. Hey, Schutzolf, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Sky Collective, thank you for coming along. Welcome to Evel Knievel on the Game Boy Color. This is a thoroughly horrible game. This is a thoroughly horrible game. I hope you're in for a rough night. Playing some Dark Souls tonight, right on. I hope that it treated you well. Dark Souls has been Dark Souls is always on my mind ever since I played it. It's been on my mind a lot. I think about that. I think about that game a lot. But I guess even more and more since I'm gearing up for Dark Souls 2 real soon. So I keep thinking about it because we're gonna start Dark Souls 2 next month. Probably not the first week of August, but probably second week of August. Hey, EpiPen, welcome in. Shootswolf says, it's been amazing. Going crazy good, right on. That's great to hear. That's great to hear for sure. Thank you for sharing those pictures, EpiPen, of your vacation. I appreciated being able to check those out, by the way, in the Discord. Those those Bloody Marys are out of control. I don't think I could ever drink a Bloody Mary myself. I think it's got too many ingredients that frighten me. But my goodness. How much stuff could you possibly stack on top of one? Okay, post more, but they're all going to be the same. They're from the Wisconsin trip. Yeah, I thought she said the comment that she posted was Wisconsinites take their Bloody Marys very seriously or something like that. I think my mom liked Bloody Marys. I believe I remember her having those from time to time. Unless you're in NOLA. I don't think I know where that is. Oh, that's an abbreviation for New Orleans. I didn't know that. I learned something new. I don't have the expertise. I haven't traveled around and had the same thing in enough various places to have opinions on where the best of anything is found. Sunset and Lakeside. Sounds like the life. Just not caring about nothing. Me and my insomnia checking in with Frownie. Happy to be here for you. I'm feeling a bit abnormally tired myself tonight, actually. I'm stifling a few yawns. Might be an effect. Might be an effect this game is having on me, though. Too much exposure to a game like this can lead to an overwhelming desire to escape into a dream world. This is the game that one's based on, yeah. It's not the same game. I mean, it is, but like there's no equivalent of. So this is level 2. Level 1 was copied for Dr. Evel Knievel 1 for 1. There's an exact duplicate of level 1 in that game, but there's no equivalent to this level in that game. This level is unique. It was left out of the other one. Oh, I keep going into the practice mode. Dr. Evil brought you into my stream visibility, so I'm really into seeing you suffer here. Well, you will not be disappointed. Suffering is in plentiful supply. Yeah, I recall you sharing that. We'll probably play that one. I mean, we'll definitely play it someday. I've already invested in a copy of it. But one thing at a time. The manual's last page has an ad for it in it. It has an ad for home improvement in it. I just never get any. I just never get any better at this game. You know, I'm not. I'm not getting any further. Yeah, it does seem. Home Improvement does seem like a time travel concept. The way you just suddenly topple and die for no reason is so irritating. I knew what I was getting into when I picked it up, right? But I doesn't make it any less irritating. It's basically the same. This version's a little better. This version controls a little better, believe it or not. But, it's only very slightly better. Alright, I have to see something. If I quit out and then go back in, will I still have that extra life? You do, so you can farm lives. That's a possibility. You can farm lives. That's bad news. That's something I didn't want to know. But better controls might make it even... Slightly better controls might make it even more irritating. This level is particularly bad. Just because there's so many gaps and jumps, so there's so many opportunities to tip over. Or to just die for no reason. Or just die for no reason. You can land right side up, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you just die. The game is just tired of you. Again, I wasn't upside down, I wasn't stuck, I didn't collide with anything. I just landed tires down on the ground the way you're supposed to, and nope, dead. If this is your favorite video game, if you're out there, if you are allegedly a human being and this is your favorite video game, you have a moral obligation to donate your body to science when you pass away. Your brain must be examined. How can you like this? Hey, Vance Velez, welcome in. Hey, you're playing my favorite video game. What is this again? Welcome to Evel Knievel, the Game Boy Color. If you were here for that horrible Dr. Evil game that I played several months ago, this is the same game. This is just what that game was based on. That was a reskin of this. Because that game became such an important part of my life, I thought that I had a moral obligation to not let this go unplayed. If you're looking for another no-death challenge, Vance, I got a recommendation for you. This one will look really nice on your wall next to Echo the Dolphin. I was lurking via the TV app for a bit. I was impressed by the sprite rotation, but I think my wall is perfectly fine. Smart move. Smart move. Oh, what a game. Oh, I didn't even know there were Bomberman games on the GameCube. Banana and strawberry. I haven't ever gotten. I know Vance. I know Vance is a Bomberman expert, but I've never gotten much into Bomberman myself yet. Although I was really intrigued by Bomberman 64. I never owned it as a kid, but I remember the ads for it. I recall there was an ad for Bomberman 64 where they rewrote the lyrics to the classic Spider-Man theme song and made it about Bomberman. I think that was a real thing and not just a fever dream that I had. Bomberman 64 is the game that made me enamored with the franchise. I think I rented Bomberman 64, but I didn't do very well. Yeah, I think I rented it once, but I didn't make it very far. I got a few levels in, and then I got kind of stuck. I should revisit it. It's like Super Mario 64 and Bomberman had a beautiful baby, Vance says. Hey, Ghost, welcome in. This game defies all laws of physics. This game commits war crimes. Welcome to Evel Knievel on the Game Boy Color. I'm pretty sure last time we talked about this, someone found the YouTube of the commercial. Alright, so it's probably, yeah, I think you're right. I think it's probably in the Discord, in the retro ads section. Because, yeah, but see, that commercial lives with me. That commercial lives with me. All these years later, I can bring it up. I can bring it up years apart, completely unrelated on the stream. It made an impact. So the thing is, like, this game wouldn't be so bad if this game leaned more, like, into being, like, more into just being a goofy comedy game. Like, this game should have infinite lives. There's a limited lives system in this game is super irritating. Because it's so broken that none of your deaths are ever your fault. The physics are crazy inconsistent, and there are times where you will flip over and die for no reason. There are times where you won't flip over, but you'll just die for no reason. Like, if you're actually watching and not just have me up in the background, you will see plenty of times where I just do a jump through the air, land perfectly on my wheels, but then the screen freezes and I die. Without any explanation. And that's when I really start to lose my mind. If Tony Hawk Pro Skater had limited lives, it would be a bust, too. Yeah, if they, like, you know, don't... So some of these levels do have checkpoints, and I'm like, fine, take the checkpoints out, but just give us infinite lives, so it can just be a goofy, fun game, and when we crash and die, we don't have to take it so seriously. Like, we could just laugh at our misfortune, shake it off, and try again. But when you limit my lives and kick me out of the game over and over again, every death suddenly becomes super serious. And so then when we get cheated 9 out of 10 times, there's no way to not resent the game. I have a theory about why those deaths happen, but I don't know if I should mention it, Cow says. I will give you permission, Cows. I will say, yes, you can share your theory. I have a feeling I'm about to feel really dumb. Don't try this at home, and this is why you shouldn't. So the game considers landing flat like that too hard of an impact, and that counts as a death? Well, I guess what I have to... I feel like there are times where that could be the case, but I don't think that accounts for all of them. I think it would depend on whether or not my health bar goes down. Because, like, I hit the ground. There are times where I hit the ground pretty hard, and it doesn't appear to me that my health bar moves. Like, times when I hit the ground pretty hard, and my health bar doesn't seem to move, and I don't die. And then there are times where something like that happens. See, I don't see why that, where I just landed on the opposite thing, I don't know why that killed me, when the other times I jump over there and get impaled by the ramp, and it doesn't kill me. Right? This doesn't kill me. Why did that other one kill me? I think your logic may be sound, but I still don't think the game implements any of this with enough consistency for me to accept what it's doing to me. It being a janky game is definitely more plausible. Hey, welcome back, Zergling. Finished showering and cooking? Now to enjoy this amazing game? Well, good news, Zergling. You've missed basically nothing. I'm still on level 2. Though, to be fair, I wasted, what? Half an hour on the practice level? I was trying to find the exit of the practice level, and concluded the practice level doesn't have an exit. That's why it's practice. Got 12 more chicken eggs I hate left to go, Zergling says. Well, that could be one night's meal, right? You could get rid of all of them real quick. I don't think I can accept what this game is doing to me. Works great as a great phrase for a tombstone. I thought... It could be, but I'm having a hard time eating 6 at a time. You've made a convincing argument, Zergling, to never try another type of egg my whole life. Because You've grown to hate chicken eggs so much. I would not want to be in that situation and have to go out of my way to find uncommon eggs to be satisfied all the time. I should just stick to chicken eggs and be content and not worry about what I'm missing. Hate might be too strong of a word. Yeah, racing against the expiration clock is not fun. Oh, I did discover, Zergling. I did discover it is theoretically possible to farm lives in this game. So, a no password run might be on the table. If I find a stage with a convenient enough life to farm, then we can, we can farm lives, and then if I get close to the grave, we can exit out. It's a cheap strategy, but it makes a no password run theoretically possible. No password run theoretically possible. My kids are coming home from camp tomorrow. Hope they're all hungry for hot dog omelets. Sounds like the kind of stuff kids eat. Cheap yet effective. Besides, if the game is too frustrating, it's never cheating. I don't know that we have the same perspective on that, Game and Fit. I have a very rigid code of I have a very rigid personal code of gaming ethics. It's a big reason why I don't enjoy video games. No, I'm actually all in favor of cheese, particularly if it's a cheese I discover for myself in particular. There are a few things I enjoy more than cheesing something in a video game because I find some wild strategy. But I never want to be handed a strategy. That's for sure. And like actual like cheat codes are definitely a bridge too far in my estimation. I thought you were gonna say a very rigid personal code of suffering. I mean, it's really the same thing, cows. Uh, you know, I always feel like I'm cheating, and if I'm playing if I'm playing a game and I don't have random post-it notes obscuring portions of the screen and my fingers duct taped together and I'm playing with an Atari 2600 controller. Like if I don't have as many disadvantages, distractions, and obstacles as possible, then I mean, I might as well just be putting in a game genie. Uh, that's true. I do have to make an exception for cheat codes if the game is literally impossible. Uh, if the game is released with manufacturer's errors, then yes, I might have to employ a cheat code. Ah, yes, the Klingerwinger pauses, or lack thereof. Does that strategy work on the Super NES Battletoads? Do you know, Zergling? Does it make that one easier too? The Super NES Battletoads Klingerwinger, it sure does. The Super NES Battletoads Klingerwinger seems easier in general, so I can see it being less necessary. But that's interesting to know it works on both. The final obstacle course, you're better off just learning it. I mean, that's what I felt with the original Klingerwinger. I just felt I was just better off learning how to do it. Oh yeah, yeah. The quick ducks and jumps. The thing about that is it's not even that long of a sequence. It's just 5 moves. Just duck, jump, jump. It's not even that complicated. That's the most complicated it ever gets. It's pretty shocking. It's pretty shocking actually. I would have expected some really nasty, like 18 move sequence you had to memorize or something. 5 is really super reasonable. Why does it give us that can of gas so early? There is no way. Look at how full my... Oh, the gas despawned. Well, anyway. Once you collect it, it's gone. But it was right here. And look how full my gas is. Like, there's no way you can need that tank of gas by the time you get to it. My, this is miserable. And despite how many times I'm resetting this over and over again, you know the time I get it is not going to be on my first life. It's going to be on my last to maximize the resets and menus we have to go through. You know, it's kind of weird that they... It's kind of weird that they even bothered to make... It's kind of weird that they even bothered to make a video game out of Evel Knievel. Because, like... Because I'm playing the game, and, like, I'm seeing this guy's stunts, and they're really not that impressive. So... I don't know how he ended up getting this game made about him. I'm pretty sure I could drive a bicycle off a... I'm pretty sure I could drive a motorcycle off of a ramp, spin around, and land on my head. No one's making a video game about me. Let's see a quick video of you doing these motorcycle tricks. Gonna need someone to volunteer a motorcycle. They couldn't even create the illusion. The devs of this game couldn't even create the illusion of Evel Knievel passing through the rings. Like, you notice when we jump, quote unquote, through the rings, we just pass in front of them. We don't go through them at all. Immersion ruined. 0 out of 10 game. I was stuck between those cars doing nothing and then suddenly just shot 12 feet up into the air out of nowhere. Like, how can you play this game when it's so unpredictable? Nothing that happens makes any sense. Thank you for holding back, Zergling. I remember a small monster truck show and a casual amateur got a chance to go up on the big dirt ramp. He was booed most vehemently for doing it very slowly and safely. The portion ended with the driver rolling down the window and flipping us all off. Oh my. I feel like perhaps it was unclear. Perhaps it was unclear. I was disparaged. The point of my comment was I was disparaging Evel Knievel because I was implying that the gameplay you're seeing on screen is an accurate representation of what his shows were like. It was in fact a joke. Ugh. I took it as a serious comment. No, my whole point was that look at the game. This is the real Evel Knievel. The way he flips and misses all of his jumps and lands on his head constantly. What's so impressive about that? I know virtually nothing about the real Evel Knievel. To be honest, someone like that would probably get more audience members than a guy who'd do it without being injured. I feel like I'm more familiar with parodies of Evel Knievel than I am with, like, the actual man himself. I feel like I remember a Simpsons episode where Bart was gonna ride his skateboard over the Grand Canyon or something like that. Hey Tuesday, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. 20 streams. Thank you for the watch streak Tuesday. 20 streams. That's like 20 at least. There's a radio show that got a hold of his phone number and they prank called him every once in a while. He had a very short temper. This stage. No, why couldn't this game have been non-functional? Why did this game have to work and the Rats game didn't? Oh. If only it could have been the other way around. I live in the worst timeline. I got the bad ending. What? Oh. The telemarketer called. Alright, the telemarketer called and the person faked his own death by pretending to be a police officer. I have a pretty vivid memory of when I was young. my dad answered the phone. When I was young, my dad answered the phone one time, and he was on the phone for a few seconds, and he was just like, "Mm-hmm, okay, yes, okay, uh-huh," and then he suddenly goes, "How'd I go? My house is on fire," and hangs up. I assume it was a telemarketer. But that was a weird memory that always sticks with me. I don't know why he even bothered to make up an excuse. My cats are barking. Gotta go. Bye. Okay, if you die on a stage, and restart, the extra life won't respawn. So I don't know if the extra lives respawn if you exit out or not. That's gonna have to be investigated. No, you see how bad my life is? What is that terrain? How are you supposed to deal with any of this? Thank you, Zerkling. I knew you'd enjoy this playthrough. I just finally remember overhearing my dad tell a realtor that was door knocking that his name was Bob T. Builder, and the realtor not picking up on it. Despite several fix-it jokes being then thrown into the conversation, too. It needs the Dr. Evil laugh at the beginning of every attempt, though. Someone wanna send me a modded copy of the game, please? A door-to-door realtor. So, like, someone comes up to your house, knocks on the door, and then tries to sell you a different house? That's gotta be a tough job. That's gotta be a tough job. It's hard to sell people one of something they already have, right? Oh no, they try to get you to sell your house using them as the agent. Oh, okay. Just imagining someone knocking on my door. Hello, sir. Could I interest you in a house? Already got one, thanks. You just knocked on it. Is this game somehow getting worse? I don't know how it could be getting worse. I'm still stuck on the same level. I might be getting worse. I might be deteriorating. I've learned... I learned from Austin Powers that this type of game has that effect on me. I like that version a lot better, much more amusing. You clearly don't know my relatives, Frownie. I have several who own multiple homes. Well, there are certainly those people out there. I suppose there is a threshold of such extravagant wealth that were it to befall me, I would own multiple homes, but that's really just hard to even imagine. I've seen what is maybe the end of this level once, and I just cannot make it back. We're 3.5 hours in. We have cleared exactly one level. One out of 20. I'm at 3 hours in. We're at 1 out of 20 levels. So, you know, We're looking at a 60-hour playthrough now at our current rate. Which actually, given that the other game took me 38 hours and was only 15 instead of 20 levels, yeah, 60 hours seems like a reasonable estimate. My goal is to own 2. One house for me and 1 dog house. Got the one for me down, but our tiny pup isn't much of an outdoors guy, so we never got him a dog house, Cow says. Maybe I'll build a tree house one day. Then we'll have 2. Growing up, I made a treehouse in the reverse order. Hang on. You made a house tree? So, like, you brought a... Like you planted a tree in your bedroom? We had a swing set with a little raised house over a sandbox that was part of it. I planted a pine cone in the sandbox so the tree grew up around the house. That's amazing. That's amazing. Tiny me didn't believe it when my mom said a pine cone was a pine tree seed. There's a tree that's well over 2 stories tall now that says otherwise. I had a sandbox in my backyard when I was a kid. It was made out of a giant tractor tire. My dad worked for a company that sold farm equipment for a while, and so I imagine he was able to get the tire at a very steep discount. Sure would be nice to clear a second level tonight, wouldn't it? Why did I die? See, why did that kill me? There was no reason. There was no reason that I shouldn't have just fallen back down to the earth. It's like there's a secret time limit. The game just decides just decides when the timer expires that I'm dead. Regardless of what's going on. No! Why? That's the furthest I can make it. I can't get any further. Why? Oh, I keep dying there. I mean, I keep dying way before that, but every time I get to that spot, it's just... Oh. Bad luck, the game says. As if luck has anything to do with this. There's no luck here. It's all maliciously crafted. The game has engineered my misery with exacting precision. Nothing is left to chance. So see, if you're ever hanging out on the stream, if you're ever hanging out and, like, you hear me insult, like, your favorite game because, like, it's too talky and boring or, I don't know, whatever the reason might be, just remember, this is what I play. So I mentioned there's no stream tomorrow night. We're gonna stream earlier in the day tomorrow. Sort of a mid-afternoon into the evening type of stream. And part of the reason for that time shift is I need my weekend to get some work done. And one of the things that I have to do is I have to take apart that tree that fell over in my backyard. Speaking of trees. What is happening to me? I'm so mad. Those bumps are impossible to deal with. I just glanced at the news Tuesday, said, bad move. Big mistake Tuesday. That's about right. The only winning move is not to play. Alright, my friends, let me step away briefly. I'm gonna refill my coffee cup and maybe visit the restroom. I'll be gone just a few minutes, probably just long enough for the game to crash, so we'll have to re-enter this password when I get back. Can you wait until after the BRB Tuesday? Alright, I'll be right back with you.